We got this question today. What's the fastest way to repurpose a podcast and what should I do with it? This is from a coach who is talking about content in the form of a podcast. So a podcast, let's just break that down, is where it's just audio and it's on a streaming platform, maybe something like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and things like that. So a podcast is traditionally, it is audio only. There's no video to it. What people are calling a video podcast and things like that is where they may also create a video and upload it to YouTube. Nothing's wrong with that. I honestly say if you can choose the video one, I'm going to show you how and why. But to answer the initial part of the question, fastest way to repurpose that is use an app that can turn that video into clips. You got things like Descript, Opus Clips, Submagic. Opus Clips is super simple, and it's good because it also has a scheduler inside of it. So all you do is, if you're creating the video podcast, you create that video, you take it, you put it in Opus Clips. It's going to give you about, depending on how long you shot that video for, it's going to give you at least 10 to sometimes even 30 like mini clips, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds. You get to choose the time. With that also, you can just schedule where you want it to go. Do you want it to go to Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever you use? That's the quickest way to repurpose all of that. If you wanted to go a step above that, is when you record that podcast. Let's say I recorded my podcast and I had my phone or I had a webcam, whatever I had to do the video. If I record it now, 3 months from now, I can just reuse that. Like, I totally believe you can reuse that. I would always say to do this also, take the transcript, and you can use the transcript for finding out what are keywords that you're using in your video that people are actually talking about. So if you're talking with like clinical jargon or jargon that people aren't using every day, then it's not going to be advantageous for you because people aren't going to search it. I would also use that transcript and have ChatGPT, Claude, whatever, give you like 10 one-liners that you can use to either post on LinkedIn, Twitter, Threads, whatever you use, to just reuse that and of course make it sound like you. I don't think there's anything wrong with using ChatGPT, but make it sound like you so it's not sounding like you have a problem reclaiming. Just make it sound like you. So with that, you can take your initial video, put it in Opus Clips, and get mini clips. You can take that transcript, put it into ChatGPT or Claude, and you can get some email blogs, you can get some one-liners, things like that. So that's the simplest way to repurpose the podcast. That's the first part of the question. Simplest way. If you had a podcast and it's only voice only, audio only, you can put it into something like Descript or StreamYard, like Descript more for Descript, and you can make what's called audiograms, where it just has the words on the screen and it's like a video but there's no face. Those, they don't do as well, but that's a way if you're only going to do audio. So that's a way to repurpose it. And I would say honestly too, every week just send the people who you have on your email list, send them the podcast link. Tell them what problems this episode is solving. So if I was doing it today, this episode is going to solve confusion for anybody who has a podcast on what to do with it after you finished it, how to get more out of it, and some clever ways that won't cost any extra money. That's the problem it's going to solve. Now it makes them want to actually look at it. Now, the second part of the question, I'm honestly going to say, if it's a video podcast or audio podcast, I'm going to always say include what you offer in the episode. So I've learned after shooting 500 podcast episodes, I've learned it the hard way, that each episode should be pointing to something that you want to offer. If it's a freebie, if it's a coaching course, if it's a coaching call, it should be pointing towards that. Yes, I'm using the episode to give them information to help them. I do want to lead it to that. And sometimes you may not monetize yet from your podcast on YouTube or Apple Podcasts or whatever. But if you have an offer inside of there, people might start buying the offer as you're on the path of monetizing it. It's a young lady who I was watching who she didn't monetize yet, but she's gotten tons of money from her coaching offer because it's in the actual episode. So she's talking about it in the episode, and then it's in what we would call the show notes. So to wrap all of that up, right, so you don't get confused, 3 things you can go do today in this order is use that podcast that you've done. If it's a video, go put it into some platform. There's tons of them now, where it can just go ahead and just spit you out a bunch of like short clips. You can do it manually, but I guarantee you it might take a long time. Where if you put it in Opus Clips, it's going to be less than 6 minutes. That's a lot of time to save. You can get fancy with the captions, you can, but it's all up to you. Number 2, I would say repurpose that episode where you can take the transcript, get an email blog out of it. Ask ChatGPT, Claude, or whatever you use. Make me an email blog out of this in my voice, and make sure it points to a problem that's being solved. I always say, if you're shooting a video, talk about one problem, a process, and a pathway which leads them back to you. And then number 3, which is the big one, I honestly say lean towards the video podcast. You're gonna get more bang for your buck out of it. Lean towards that. Nothing's wrong with audio. Just in my eyes, I'm gonna say you're gonna get more bang for your buck. The number 3 thing I would say is do one of those things today. Don't wait for the perfect time. Do one of them today. Some of those apps have a free trial. Try it out. Do it today. If you got any questions, let me know. Or if you're like, hey, I want help implementing this, I'll put a link in the show notes where I actually help walk with you through this so that you can do it right and that you're not just wasting a ton of time and a ton of money. I can show you tools that will help you save money and make money depending on where you're at in your business. Be good, be great.